Consumers are getting more sophisticated, and they're understanding as they sit in their cars for an hour and a half on the way home to see their children, and they get home and their children are already asleep, that they've been sold a lifestyle that isn't all that it was cracked up to be.
I was in critical mass for the first time this week. I went because I'm stuck in traffic every day, and I see the destruction. I want to get out of my car. I want some way, an alternative. And I went as a protest. That's why I went. When I was there, it was absolutely fantastic.
I saw this thing happening, and it was just such a good feeling to be there, and it had so many right-on messages, and it was like the perfect combination of do what you want to do, but be a nice person.
Last Friday of the month, bicycle ride to celebrate the bicycle and to dominate the streets for a change, to experience what it's like to be in the majority, to experience what it's like to feel safe and surrounded by fellow cyclists. That's what critical mass is.
It was great because then people would notice bicyclists, that we do exist, whereas before, bicyclists were just kind of a rare anomaly, an annoyance out on the streets. And it was a situation where we were very visible. We obviously knew what we were doing. We were taking control of the situation, and people started noticing us.
I didn't count on the cop participation and how overwhelming that would get to be, and that it would be so big in the, power's eyes that it would actually need to be contained. Like, that whole dynamic I did not envision. I didn't think we'd be like, riot in San Francisco, newsworthy top headline kind of stuff. I had always pictured it just kind of eventually growing and growing, and of course you daydream about the utopia society where everybody just rides their bike to work, and of course I thought that critical mass would do that.
The notion of public space was also important to see if we could establish something on the street, a space where people could get in front of each other and actually converse and talk and interact. And the streets had become not so much a place that was had any community anymore. It was only a place to drive, and everybody's driving and everybody's in their car, and it's pretty much the same as the next car, and it's the same steering wheel, go home to see the same sitcom and everything, but everybody's doing the same thing, but they're doing it alone. And if we could get out on the bikes and be in the streets, dozens, hundreds strong, well then there's something happening there. There's a space created that, it's temporary and it's even moving. And it was an experiment.
People always assume that critical mass is fundamentally and crucially about bicycling. Well, yes, it is. It's sort of inescapably about bicycling, but to reduce it to bicycling is also to miss the crucial elements of it. This exhilaration, this open-endedness, the human creativity that was sort of unleashed by this experience, I think has as much or more to do, really more to do, with being a new kind of